What up? It's time for recess. So, dude, tonight I had pizza, and it
Oh,
brought me
nice.
back to when I went to Italy,
Ooh,
right?
yo, Italy's
And
food top tier.
honestly, some of the best food I've ever had.
I
But
agree.
the pizza, it's just like it's a different style, right? From their pizza to our pizza. Like, I love their pizza. I love all their food. I'm Italian, so like the food when I went there was just amazing. But in terms of the pizza, like, just the style's different.
It was
You know what I
different.
mean?
Yeah, it was more thin, and the crust was similar. I guess there's definitely places you can get similar pizza. I guess more specifically, probably the East Coast has better pizza than anywhere else. But I think
Yeah, like Jersey and
yeah,
like New York.
it was just more thin, and the crust was, I guess, more similar. It was a little. I think it was the crust was maybe a little fluffier, I guess you'd call it. But I think taste wise, much better. Eh, okay. I don't want to say much, but it was. I would take Italian pizza over East Coast. I think.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I just think that like because I'll eat anything. Okay, number one. So I mean, to me, the food here is good. The food there is good. Obviously, their whole broad spectrum of what they have to eat in Italy, whether it's the cheese, I love burrata, I love mozzarella. Dude, the burrata I had there was unreal.
Yeah.
Okay, but the mozzarella, everything, the buffalo mozzarella, right? Obviously, that was all better. But when you acquire a taste for pizza, like here, like I'm not saying I like this pizza better or Italian pizza better or Italy pizza better, but I don't know. I think it's definitely different, and I like both.
And you
Um,
haven't had deep dish, have you?
uh, nah, I'm not. I'm not. I actually like a thin crust actually better.
Have you had like Chicago deep dish pizza though?
No, I've actually never had
Okay,
that.
okay. See, I'm not. I didn't love it. That's definitely like like if you grow up there, I'm sure you'd like it, but I didn't care. I mean, I didn't care for it. It was all right, but yeah, no, I agree. I
Yeah,
mean, East Coast pizza. It's definitely. It's just like Americans. We just love to make everything more unhealthy, and I feel like that's what the pizza is, and that's why it tastes good. That like,
yeah.
and I also
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get how like recipes and everything like don't travel. Like once you leave the East Coast and head out west, like the pizza just that gets noticeably worse, which is
I
crazy to
have.
me. Like
Yeah, I mean, like you've been out west more than I have. I haven't really been traveled that far, or gone to had pizza in multiple places in the United States. But I mean, I definitely have seen like, cause out in California, I've had pizza before, and it was not the same.
no, and I mean there's definitely different styles again, but even once you leave like Jersey, New York, like I've had pizza like in Delaware. I've had pizza in Delaware, and it's not good. Like they have that chain. What's it called? It's like the beach chain, like Grottos or something. It's
Yeah,
like
but
it's not good.
yeah, but you think it's because of a chain? Like, what if you just got like went to a pizzeria? You know what I mean? Like a plain, like somewhat like you find an Italian pizzeria in Delaware. Like, you think it would be different,
Yeah, I
or
think
is
it would
it
still be bad. Different bad, not different good.
really?
Yeah, because like I guess like it's not like the chain, like it's not like a Domino's chain. It's like a
But
bar
that
restaurant chain.
okay.
So
I
it
mean, because
has
that
like
was going to be my
other
question.
options, and it has like chicken fingers, wings, all that stuff. It's like a not a Buffalo Wild Wings. It's like a little less than that,
Okay.
like classier wise, I guess you'd say. But still, yeah, it's not like a Domino's or Little Caesars or something that has like crappy pizza for cheap. It just has pizza, and it's just not that good.
Well, see, but that was kind of leading to my question. So, like, if you thought, like, all right, so since it's a chain, like a Domino, I know it's not the Domino style, but like a chain, considering Domino's a chain. You went to this other chain. Like, if it was an actual pizza place, I think that might make a difference too,
Yeah,
because
that's
then
true.
it's like they're making their own style. It's not like the corporate branded. All right, you got to make the pizza this way, or like it
Because it's
comes
cheap.
delivered to them and they're just heating it up.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So I think that would have helped your case a little bit trying pizza out there. But like I said, I don't, or like you said, I don't think it would have been much of a difference. I'm sure Jersey or like Brooklyn pizza that you get in, like around where we lived, like that's something where we're so used to it. It's just like that's it's the best pizza we're gonna get
true.
in our minds.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, back to food. Italy, like food. Like, so is Italy like the best place you've been to? Then would you say overall?
Ooh, best place I've traveled to.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's up there,
Food
definitely.
wise, I definitely think it's the best I've been to
Food
so
wise,
far.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can agree with that. That is number one right now, in terms of places I've traveled for food. Like I hands down, a few of the other places I went to, like good food still. Like I enjoyed the food I was eating, but like overall cuisine, like the cheese, the
Pasta.
pizza again, but like the pasta. Oh, talk about pasta. Anyway, yeah. So I would definitely say Italy was number one in terms of places. I mean, it's definitely up there in terms of the places I've traveled, but I think what takes it right now is I went to Marseille, France,
Ooh, South of France.
the south of France,
Nice.
and
Yeah, that's
just like the views. Like, I mean, there was this church that was at the top of like a little hill or mountain, and it was looking over the port, and you got to see all the boats and the whole city, and it was honestly one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
yeah.
The
Nice.
view out into the ocean, it was just like unreal. It was almost like one of those things that like it was like this is only things that you see in like a movie or
Yeah,
in pictures,
exactly.
and I was seeing it real life, and it was like kind of like amazed about by it. So I would say that takes it right now. Plus, I mean that when I was in France, I did a trip to Europe, and that particular when we went to Marseille, France, it was a weekend, right? So we went out. So that's a little bit biased, right? It was a lot
True.
more lively. It was
Went
good
out,
weather. It was
popped some
warm.
bottles.
We we went to a club, so I had a good time there. But again, that was probably the best place in terms of the view and the scenery and stuff like that.
And
So
taking, yeah,
that takes the bait
you
right
kind of
now.
have to take in food and just general, like just everything too. Like, because I think
I
that
mean,
put
hey,
that
listen,
would
I had some good food there too.
exactly, yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, how about you? Where's the number one place you've been to in terms of traveling?
I would say I've close to, but I think overall general happiness, like would want to go back, just enjoyed it the most would be Australia. I think just food, food's
Okay.
similar to America in a sense where it's like the normal basic stuff. Nothing. There's no like crazy special thing that's like so much better. But I just think like
Right.
the quality of life and people there were so freaking happy, and it was like because so like Sydney, I think I would drill it down to like Sydney was probably my favorite, just because like it was a city like on the water, the bridge, like, it was just really pretty. Like you said, just really like beautiful scenery, and people were super nice, super happy, just fun, a good time. But a close second, I would say, again, overall, is Norway, because that is
Okay.
probably the best looking country I've ever been to. Like just the freaking views everywhere that I went, drove through on whether it was on a boat or a freaking car driving through the countryside. It was unbelievable. I would highly recommend Norway. It's a little expensive, but
I mean, it's on my list.
yeah,
I definitely want to
it's
go there. So,
top.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no, and it's it's that the girls top of the world. They're rated up there for attractiveness, but
top tier.
no, seriously, it's just that was definitely just it was like the food was really good. It's very clean. It's very modern. It's very I think they're very like environmentally friendly. They have a lot of electric cars. They have a lot of nice cars just because the great I think their economies are good as well. But yeah, no, overall I think that was the prettiest. But I think overall favorite would be Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
Dang, I
All
miss
right.
traveling. Did you have
I
any
mean,
like?
it's been
Did you have any? Actually, just a quick side note. Did you have any place that was like that sucked that you were just like, I wouldn't want to go back here?
um actually no. I mean, I don't have any that completely sucked like that. I would never go back to, because some of the places I went to, like unfortunately, like on the trip I went on, we only had a week
True.
in Europe, and we hit a bunch. We hit like four different
So it was
countries.
quick. You can yeah.
So right, it was quick, and we couldn't really enjoy all the places and the scenery of everything we wanted to in those countries. So for example, like um, the first place we stopped was in Dublin, and the city of Dublin isn't the most you know
Attractive looking.
beautiful, attractive. Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. Attractive to look at in terms, but like if I were to go to Ireland again, I would want to go see the hills. You know what I mean? The cliffs,
The Cliffs
and
of
that's
Moher.
exactly like that would be where I would want to go. So I wouldn't say I don't want to go back to Ireland or it was something I didn't enjoy, but it's just I didn't get to see some of the things I wanted to. But I guess if I were to pick the one at the bottom so far. I mean, like I said, I don't travel. I haven't traveled as much as you. Not as many countries that I've been to. But of the ones I've seen, I would say probably Belgium.
Okay.
Not that I'm saying it was bad. Like I still enjoyed it, had a good time. But I
You're
mean,
like
like
glad you went, but necessarily wouldn't don't need to go back.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that was probably the place where I was like, all right. So for example, with Ireland, like I still have something that there's other stuff I want to see. With Belgium, it was just like, all right, yeah, that was cool. Like glad I went, but I
Yeah.
don't need to actually. There's nothing on my mind that I wanted to go back and see
That's fair.
per
No,
se.
that's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, right now France is my number one country that I've been to. Italy takes the bait for the food, and Belgium's like, all right, cool, I went there. Yeah, don't need to go back.
Don't need to go back. No, yeah, absolutely. There's always something, and
How about
especially
you? What's at the bottom of the list for you of where you've been
I
and why?
think I think I'm glad I went, but I definitely don't need to go back. Well, the main reason why I say Beijing, but the only reason I really went there was A, because it was the cheapest flight to get to China, and I just wanted to see the Great Wall. That was the I think that's the only reason why I would ever go to Beijing. And people will go to Beijing. There's really not much there. I didn't think there was that much there. And also, I know it's a hot spot for a lot of young travelers right off the bat because it's pretty cheap to go. But like Thailand was cool, and there's like the island cities are nice, and it's cheap, and you stay in nice places for cheap. But like I don't know, like you always hear about like Bangkok being like it's like kind of like iconic in a way, but like I did not want to spend more than like literally like a day and a half, 2 days max there. It was just it's
Oh,
really
why?
really gross, really so
Really?
humid, so like just seemed really dangerous in a sense. Not like oh I'm walking on the street and I'm gonna get die. It was just like you'd be walking on street corners and you'd say look up like and like 5 feet above you you'd have these like does it like a big giant ball of electrical wire from the telephone poles above you just hanging like it looked like dude if you like jumped in the air or something and like hit it it looked like you were just gonna spontaneously combust. It was just looked it really looked sketchy and like the roads and driving everything was just it's just chaos. But yeah, the city just like overall just smells and the weather there was just so gross and humid and hot, and it's gonna rain in an instant and then not. But which is I mean similar to I guess a few other countries, but yeah, no, Bangkok. I don't know. It was weird. I didn't get a great. It's definitely fun for like a night or two if you go out. They're super popular
Yeah.
touristy areas, but I don't need to go
But see,
back.
like for me, like obviously hearing this is like, oh shit, all right, like maybe I don't want to go there, but like I always felt like that was somewhere I just at least wanted to experience. You
That's
know what I
no,
mean?
I know. Yeah, like I'm glad I experienced it. Also, I got a suit there. I got like a like a hand sewn silk suit. That's like my favorite suit ever. And it's great because it's super cheap there because that's where all the silk comes from. So like, if you
Yeah.
ever go to Bangkok, I would highly recommend. Well, I think probably other places in Thailand as well, but definitely get a suit there if you can. But I definitely think like the beach cities and like the islands, I would definitely go to there as well. Like if you just went to Thailand, just went to like Bangkok and like I think you'd be let down. It wouldn't give you a full vibe of the country. But
Right.
I also didn't go to the
Okay.
north. I know our north is really nice, but I don't know. I think that wouldn't be on my list to go back just because I think I kind of checked that off. But I don't know. I don't want to talk
Okay.
shit about
Well,
it because it was cool, but yeah,
all right. So then let's switch gears here a little bit. Like obviously, unfortunately, we if times were different right now, obviously we're kind of not able to go anywhere. Travel's been shut down a little bit. Like in my mind, I've probably been planning something
agreed.
for soon around this time period, or in the near future of trying to figure out where I want to go to next.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, what's the next place on your list to try to go to?
All right, so I'm gonna do a continent list just because I have two that I keep going kind of back and forth. One, I think for Asia. I mean, obviously, I eventually want to go to Japan, but I think my next I want to go to just because I've like seen so many things like Instagram and all stuff. I think I definitely want to go to Bali soon,
Oof.
and
Thank
then
you.
I think for Europe, I think my next one is gonna be like at least a two country thing, but I think like Switzerland. There's Switzerland or Austria is on top of my list. So I think I'd say
Okay.
I'd probably go to Switzerland for that'll be my I'd say that is my next. But yeah, so I'd say Switzerland and Bali will probably be my next two.
Well, I mean, Bali for me is like holy shit. Like just seeing pictures, like I
Right?
gotta go
Like
there.
I know.
Like there's so many different places that are like that. That like for me, like one of them is also Greece. Like it might not be
Same. Yeah.
the most like maybe like in terms of fun, like going out and having a good time, like it may not be that. I don't know. There's probably places to do that, but I just mean in terms of an experience, that, like the sights to see and like
Exactly.
the beauty of the country. Like there's certain spots in Greece like I want to hit. So the Greece is up there for me. Um, I mean, I've also like wanted to go to Spain and Portugal for a long time, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So those are up there. But I also like, as weird as this is, like I want to go to Antarctica.
It's crazy because
Like
like I actually just watched some YouTubers who just went there. It's like that was like they went to like literally like hundreds of countries to see the last like 3 years like that they vlogged or whatever, and their last trip was Antarctica. Like that was their final country they went to, and it's like they took
like
this
just
special crew. Like there's nothing there. You just literally get to go. You just walk on some ice and you get to say you like stepped on it. That's
yeah,
it.
like just like to that experience of like, I mean, like you said, there's really nothing there to do, but just something in my mind, like it got brought up the other day. It was like, I was like, I want to go there. Like
Yeah.
I don't even know exactly what the why is, but I just want to.
Because I definitely want to go to all seven continents eventually. So like and
True.
I only need Antarctica and South America at this point. Oh, and Africa, sorry. Uh, but yeah, I mean yeah, and
Like you,
Antarctica is definitely the toughest to get to.
oh yeah. Wait, real quick, backtrack. So you said Africa. Where would you want to go in Africa?
I want to go to Egypt.
Same.
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
want
want to see the
and
pyramids.
Morocco is like cool like that. And when if you go to Spain and Portugal at some point, like a lot of people do that. They add the I didn't add that on my trip. I only did Spain and Portugal, but like Morocco is like the neighboring like country, like super close, like right at the border. Like you could literally like cross over. I think it's connected to Portugal, whatever one's the bottom. That's what a lot of people go to Morocco. So technically, if I went to Morocco, I could have said that. But no, I definitely want
Okay.
to go to Egypt. Yeah, I know it's a little sketch,
Yeah,
but
right now especially.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know if it'll ever be totally, totally okay.
It's
So
never
like,
gonna not be a sketch,
yeah.
honestly.
So I think yeah, I
So
would just go. That would be the one because I don't like doing like groups on trips. I like going by myself. If I'm with a girlfriend or friends or whatever. But like I think then I wouldn't mind doing like a tour group or something just to like make sure.
you mean groups as in like a tour group?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't really want to do that either. I don't mind. Like I like going with a friend group,
yeah.
like having a bunch of people together. That way you can experience it all together. Like I mean, yeah, if you're going with your like a your girlfriend and on a trip that say it's Paris, like I'd probably just go with my girlfriend to Paris.
True.
You know, like that's kind of like a couples
The
thing in
city
my
of
mind. I mean, like
love. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So that another place I want to go to, by the way. So, but with that being said, like I definitely enjoy going with groups, just so that way you can share the experiences, a group of friends that you're with, like the memories. You can take pictures and
Go out and
everything. You have
everything.
like
Yeah.
yeah, you can go out have a good time. Like groups of at dinner, then you go to a club after or something. Just experience it all together. That's pretty cool. But like you said, I'm not big. I wouldn't be big on doing a whole like tour guide thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Like
Yeah, for like say the European countries, no. Maybe if that's when I'm older and I want to do that, just to like meet. For I don't know how if I'd
I
change, but
the benefit I think of the tour is just like maybe you get a little bit more information about stuff.
which I don't really care that much about.
Like you can look stuff up.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Like
you go to
now,
a place, you
yeah,
look it up online, you get the history of it. Like that's one thing. But like I mean, for like the older generation that love, like I know a bunch of older generation that like loves to when they go on vacation, they go on these tours
yeah.
because
My
it's
parents, yeah,
just
my parents did the group tours. Yeah,
yeah, they want to hear about it while they're doing it. Like, but like to me, it's like also I want to be able to do my own thing. Like,
exactly.
what if I don't want to go to that place that they're going to?
Yeah, and that's what I think it is. Like for older people, I think they would rather just have people bring them and tell them what to do. You'll have everything set up for them, just make it,
Yeah,
easy, convenient. But like for like younger, us younger generation, like we're just like, let's just go, let's just freaking wing it, let's just see the cool stuff. Like we don't need anything boring. Like we want to see what we want to see. Because honestly, we do
right.
most of the stuff we want to see is for so we can post on Instagram. Like so.
Yeah. Yo, do it for the gram.
Yeah, like it's
Yeah, I mean,
that,
you want to
but
take the cool pics, be at the cool places, so that way you can post that stuff or whatever. I mean,
exactly.
even for not even if I don't post it, like I just want to have cool stuff that I have pictures of to show, friends and family, and have those memories to experience all that stuff with people. But another place, Dubai.
Dubai's on my list. That's to be honest, that's like
Um,
that's my because that's what I think it's like in between. Oh wait, no, that's not. That's the Middle East. Yeah, so it's right. So it's technically I guess Europe. I guess you'd say. Yeah, no, Dubai's probably. I'd say I probably go to Dubai within the next 5 years, maybe even 3 years. That's on my soon to go to list. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I just had a friend that, I mean, I wouldn't say good friend, but we're acquaintances. But like, she just went to Dubai with her boyfriend, and just some of the stuff she was posting, just like the room that they were staying in,
Yeah,
and
it's
like
so
the
everything is
the
so nice.
buildings. It's
Like,
unbelievable,
yeah.
and it's just like, oh, and then like right outside their room was like into a pool that like hung over like as a balcony, and like it was like one of those like
Infinity pool.
infinity pools. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And I'm just like looking at these pictures, and I'm like, no way. And like I don't know what it's like. I think it's what is it? Is it more expensive over there?
Yeah. But it stuff's
So
higher quality though.
right, it's higher quality, but still, like I'm looking at this, I'm like, damn, this definitely costs them some good money
It's
to be able
actually
to stay in this
not
place.
like not crazy. Like obviously they're like the nice hotels are like very expensive, which is normal. But like you can get like a nice, still like a very nice hotel for like anywhere from like $90 to $150 a night, which obviously for some people is very expensive. But it's like some cities, if you want to pay $90 a night, like you might get even like New York City, if you're gonna pay $90 a night, like it could be sketchy. It might be not that, but like there's not really there's that with prices, like everything's just nice and modern there, just because it's such a young city. So
That's
I
just
think
how
it's
it
a
is.
country or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's definitely up there for me too. So I mean, here's the other thing: when we're actually finally able to get back on a plane and it's okay and safe, I'm ready to plan the trip as soon as possible.
I know it's funny. I was just looking. I literally was actually just looking at flights yesterday just to see. Everything obviously is super cheap, especially like even like in September. So I mean, who knows if everything will be done by then? But
Yeah.
yeah, no, I kind of just keep an eye out because honestly, if I see something like a really good deal, it might even be for like next year or something. That's like early next year or something. I might hop on it just to be like I can't not do it. But but yeah,
I mean, like I've gotten to the point where I don't know who exactly it was. It might even been you that I was talking to, but I was like looking at flights also, and even stuff in the United States, like small places like or small little flights that I wanted to like
yeah,
go see places in the U.S. that I wanted to that I haven't been to. Like I was like willing to do that right before this all happened too,
hmm
and it's like crazy. It's like I'm not going to, but it's like at some point, like when they are open, I know that like once they do open up like everything again, and people are starting to do things like people are still gonna be hesitant to go flying,
oh, I agree.
and go out into public and stuff like. So I in my mind think that flights are still probably gonna be on the lower side of things.
You
Like
know what I think it's
I'm
gonna
probably
be?
gonna
All
what?
I think the older generation is gonna be hesitant, but I think the
Yeah.
younger
Oh
kids are just
yeah.
gonna be
True.
stupid. The younger kids are like, dude, everything's cheap. Let's go, let's go. It's just gonna be
I know, and
overran, dude.
to be honest, like I hate to say it, and like I don't want to be a part of that younger generation, that stupid, like you said, generation that's gonna go out and do this thing. But like I want to, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
dude.
Like
Like,
it's like I want to take
take
advantage of
advantage.
low
Yeah,
rates and go somewhere because I've been, obviously locked up in the house, but also I don't want to be dumb about it. Like I don't
yeah,
want to be one of those that leave the house because they have to. They feel like, oh, I need to get out of the house. Finally, I'm allowed to, and then boom, I get corona, or and then I bring it back to my family, or
yeah,
whatever the case may be. But like I don't want to be part.
yeah.
But like I said, I can't deny the fact that I really want to, and that I've been looking and have thought about it. So I don't know. Hopefully soon we'll be able to get back on the plane, get out to some new places, check them out, get some new food. Maybe we'll find some new places that we add to our top list.
Takes over.
Right?
Yeah, that'll be tough. I think other parts of France maybe might. France has some good food cities. I think I've heard Paris has good food. Yeah, no, that'd be interesting.
Did and you said you were in Spain and Portugal. So how
Yeah,
is the food there? Because
food's
I feel
very
like that would have.
food's very good. Yeah, food's very good there.
Yeah.
They're big on paella and like the
Yep.
Spanish style foods. It was all very
Which is
good.
stuff that I would like that too. I mean, I eat anything, but like I would like that stuff, I think.
Yeah, no,
So
it
I'm
was
interested
very
to
good.
see how that food is too. Like I said, hopefully we'll get some more stuff to add to our favorite list, our top food list. But I mean, in the meantime, I guess all we can do is
Just
keep
wait.
looking up places.
Yeah, I know. And if any of you have traveled anywhere cool or love to have any recommendations, favorite cities, countries you've been to, let us know in the comments. And
Yeah, definitely. I would love to be able to see what you guys think and maybe check out the places that you've been to.
absolutely. All right, recess is over, guys. Email us, write us in. If you guys have any other stories or topics you want us to talk about.
Yeah, you guys know the deal. We'll see you next time.